This video got 100,000 views and 80% of that SEO traffic comes from ChatGPT. Using YouTube's SEO settings to make your video AI friendly is one of the 11 things you must do after uploading your YouTube video to get more views. At the end of the video, I will share the exact chat method. But first, use clickbait. Worst case, you have a bad like to dislike ratio and you say sorry. Best case, however, you get 1 million views and people still like your video. Clickbait truly is a cheat code on YouTube. Also add subtitles from high income countries. For example, adding the language Norwegian like this in your YouTube studio settings. Now what this does, it both increases views and ad revenue if you're monetized like me, but also avoid low income countries. Later in the video, I will share the full list of countries. But first, this is a sneaky method clever YouTubers use. Arguably the fastest free way to blow up a new channel. Now what they have is they have many channels in the same niche, like this gaming example, and then they use the end screens of their big channels to quickly blow up their new small ones. Now, if you don't have this, you can also pay another faceless channel, let's say $100, to add your video in their last 5 end screens. Usually the price for this is very low. This way you can blow up on a small budget with the exact right audience because you picked the channel. And of course you want to pick a channel that is similar to yours. Which brings me to running YouTube ads or YouTube promotions within your YouTube studio over here. So far I've spent around $300 on ads to some of my YouTube channels. And if you send paid traffic to your videos who actually watch them, you won't just increase your trust score, you can also get monetized insanely fast for as little as $30. Of course, depending on the countries you target. But hey, this costs money, I know. So here is another one. And this one is free. And it's actually insane. Use YouTube's trim and cut feature after, of course, enough data. After a week or so after you've uploaded. Like my friend Marcus Jones did, where he went from 11,000 views to 4.5 million views because he trimmed out the big drop-off moments around 60 days after he uploaded the video. So removing the entire intro and other boring parts may be the best decision you can make to blow up your channel without uploading new videos, without spending money. You can find it here in your YouTube Studio settings. Which brings me to the unlisted method. Upload your next videos as unlisted and then schedule them or publish them right away. There are 3 reasons why. First, you can't write your comments under a scheduled video. Second, you can write your pinned comment under an unlisted video. So by changing it to unlisted, pinning your comment and changing it back to schedule, your pinned comment is already there when it goes live and you don't forget it. And trust me when I say you don't want to forget writing your pinned comment because it drives so much traffic for my channels. It's insane. Now what is the third reason to upload like this? So that YouTube has 24 hours to review your video. So you can avoid uploading a demonetized video. Which brings me to another way to get more views, which is by adding this part from any playlist on YouTube at the end of your video URL or any other video that's not yours to get more views from the autoplay. Now you can even do this to videos of someone else. So for example, if you share a random video in your newsletter like me, then just add your playlist string to any random video and voila, if people watch it and they keep watching that playlist because it autoplays, you get more views. If you make this a habit throughout your whole YouTube career, it will result in more views. Will it be big? Well, you can decide. But this one is big because every time you or one of your viewers like or reply to a comment under your video, that person gets a notification, and notifications leads to returning viewers. And in my experience, returning viewers is a huge deal in this trust score. So leave a comment below this video and start liking and replying to your own comments. But don't change your title or thumbnail before looking at click-through rate by traffic source. Simply click this little button and then look at click-through rate by traffic source. And know that suggested videos usually get much lower click-through rates than browse features. Suggested videos usually have a 1 to 4% click-through rate for me, whereas browse features are between 5 to 9%. So don't change your title or thumbnail if you see a low click-through rate. Instead, look at this breakdown and then decide. And to get click-through rates like me, download these free thumbnail templates to create thumbnails like this, and this in minutes. If you really think you got shadow banned, then you want to clean your YouTube channel. Here's how. Create a new channel over here, then log into your main channel, go to advanced settings, then click on move channel, then choose the new YouTube channel that you've just created, and then click delete. You will now delete that new channel that you don't need, but then you want to click on move in the next step. You will move the channel, but make sure that you're logged in now into the channel that you think is shadow banned, because you will now move that channel into the new environment, the new channel, right? And once you've done that, you will see this message and you've successfully reset your channel trust score. Which brings me to, before we go to the last one, an honorable mention, which is to add a fundraiser like this. It almost always increases your last 48-hour views on that video. Now, I also don't think it is a coincidence that this channel has 3 fundraisers in their top 8 videos, and on this channel, where she has 2 in her top 6. Well, what if you don't have this fundraiser feature available yet? Then comment the word guide below and you will get my YouTube guide temporarily for free, with a 1-page overview of 20 editing secrets to avoid getting hit by YouTube's explosion in reused content policy strikes, but also 2 methods I use to explode in views from YouTube search, and so much more. Again, comment the word guide below. Which brings me to the one you may have been waiting for. Here is the exact chat method to get results like this with more than 100,000 views from ChatGPT alone, where the C stands for conversational keywords. Now this is very important, because let's say you are an accountant who makes videos on YouTube. Then ChatGPT users don't search for QuickBooks tutorial. Instead, people actually ask ChatGPT longer questions like, how do I set up my QuickBooks for my small business? So long tail keywords are one of the keys in this method. So open up vidIQ, just try it out for a few days. It's free if you use my special link below this video, and then use it to find all the high volume keywords and the low and mid volume ones that also have a low competition score. Then verify these in ChatGPT with this prompt. The prompt, by the way, is in my free YouTube guide. Then only use the keywords with a citation difficult score of above 70. Ideally, get around 30 keywords per video, and then copy paste them somewhere because we need them for the next step, where H stands for humanize. Simply rewrite your keywords in a way that people ask them within ChatGPT. Now, how do you do this? Well, I use this prompt. I let AI do it. It's in my free YouTube guide as well, and it keeps the SEO keywords intact while adding words to it to make them more human. This way you still rank for the keywords. Which brings us to A, where A stands for AI readable analytics. Now this is where most people get it wrong. They write their description like a human will read it, right? But AI tools, they scan your description like a training document. So you want to structure it like one. So here's an example how I do this. You start with your main keyword in the first sentence. Then you use bullet points for your main topics. Then you add an FAQ section with actual questions that people ask. And then of course you want to include a numbered list where possible. ChatGPT loves this. They use it all the time. AI loves structure, so give it structure. Now before I tell you the most important part of the formula and the place in your YouTube Studio settings where you want to add these keywords. First, here are the 12 SEO hotspots to add all of your keywords you just researched. The first place is your file name of the video. Not that important, but hey, still add some keywords there. Then your closed captions, where you upload your own subtitle file, not the one that is automatically generated. And this is actually very good because you can vary the phrasing slightly and therefore include SEO keywords within them. Now you also want to add them in your video tags, your hashtags, preferably only use 3, within your comments. Yes, you may have never heard this before, but you can include SEO keywords within your comments. Of course, YouTube ranks and looks at the comments and what people type there. So use it. I'm not saying it should be your pinned comment, it can be any comment of you or anyone else. I mean, YouTube even has this feature in YouTube Shorts where you can answer questions that you get in the comments. Comments play a big role, so use them. Or not, I mean, it still takes time. Which brings us to the video category description. Because if you select the video category education, you can add keywords there. Actually, a lot of keywords, as you can see. Also, within your playlist, add your videos to different playlists. Also, of course, use the playlist description. What I'm trying to say is more so create different playlists where the title of the playlist is different. Include many long tail search keywords within those playlists that you found through vidIQ. And of course, add them in your description. Also, within your description, maybe tag some popular creators in your space, in your niche, using the @ symbol. This way, YouTube hopefully gets a better understanding of who your video is for and what kind of people you interact with. And maybe starts even recommending your videos under those channels. Now, I will tell you number 12 in a few seconds. Also use these 3 places to increase your channel SEO. Of course, your channel tags, you've probably heard of them before. If you don't, of course, add them there. Also, your channel name. Yes, I actually do this, and not a lot of people do this. And your channel description. Don't add links there because they're not clickable. They are in the link section. So use it to add and stuff it with SEO keywords. Which brings us to the big one, where the T of the chat formula stands for timestamp targeting. Now here's what I wish I did sooner. Every chapter in your video should answer a specific ChatGPT style question. Instead of part 1, software overview, use what's the best free video editing software for beginners. Now each timestamp becomes a mini search result, not just to show up in ChatGPT, but also in Google search. Now this is pure genius because you're not just optimizing for the main keywords in the title, you're optimizing for 5 to 10 sub-questions within the same video. And you're telling Google, OpenAI, Claude, Grok, exactly where to find those answers. As I've mentioned before, you may also switch your video category to education or one of the others where this is possible, because AI search engine seems to prioritize educational content for citations. Now it also allows you, as I mentioned, to add your keywords in here, which is particularly helpful for Google Gemini. But what if you finally get monetized through AI SEO traffic, but then YouTube terminates your channel? Well, that happened to me. It was honestly one of the worst days in my life. I learned 10 things you should never do on YouTube, and I talk about them in this video. Watch it over here. Talk soon.